you more or less you would not be qualified.
But if your business is a tourism associated,
within
business,
tourism associated, okay,
right?
I get that.
But any business at all, you must be registered. Remember, it is the law of the land.
Okay.
That your business is registered.
So I can't just pop in and say I need a little.
No. There are terms and conditions, and
right.
these that's just the start. There are other terms and conditions that you would have to meet.
Okay.
And remember, every business, there are particular licenses and certificates and registration that comes with it. I may not know it all. So, for example, you may be an engineer, you may have some engineering business or whatnot, and there may be particular licenses that are associated with that particular business. So we may ask you for it if you come in.
Okay.
Right? So that is that. The use of funds, it's extensive. Working capital, operating expenses, if you're diversifying your product, if you're adding new products, if maybe you saw a need out of the pandemic to get into some other product. I don't know, some people are now putting in hand sanitizers in their business. It's not something we would have thought of in 2018, for example.
That's true.
But everywhere now you're noticing there are the little sanitizers on the wall, the little things that test your temperature. So if you're doing COVID-19 adaptation, we would call it, that you can qualify for that loan. If you're upgrading your property, you can apply for that loan. You may qualify. It can be used for marketing. It can be used for training of your employees. It can be used for green initiatives. And if you're aware, Grenada Development Bank, we are very conscious of green initiatives, renewable energy projects, energy efficiency projects, water efficient projects, all these things that comes under sustainable development and green, we would consider that. If you're looking to start up a business that may be building resilience against a shortage of, I don't know, international shortage of shops and stores and these kind of things, we can consider that. Basically, again, it's a very extensive list. I don't think I could name it all.
I understand that. So let me ask you this also. Is there a stipulated amount that a particular business can ask for in terms of the financial support that you're offering? Is there a stipulated amount?
So there is not a stipulated amount that you can request. There is, however, a stipulated maximum amount.
Oh, maximum. Okay.
So our maximum amount is $300,000.
$300,000. All right.
So you do not have to request $300,000.
But that's the maximum you could request if you want to go to that high. Okay.
If you need $15,000, if you need $100,000, then by all means you can go ahead and apply for that. So we're not stipulating the amount you can request. We're just stipulating the maximum you can receive.
What has been the response thus far to the GDB for this particular program?
Well, I can tell you that we have been getting a lot of calls. There have been a lot of questions about it, and people are interested. But what I can also tell you is that there are two things that continue to be present and be repeated that business people are having a problem with. The registration of your business and being registered with NIS. There are many, many, many businesses that are functioning today that are not registered. There are many self-employed people that are not registered with NIS. And because these two requirements are at the very top of the document. I'm very serious. It's actually at the top when speaking about terms and conditions. These are the two things that are at the top of the list. And this is where the problem lies. So they may have the security, they may be looking for the funds for all of the things that I spoke about just now. They may be Grenadian citizen, but they're not registered with NIS and the business isn't registered. So sometimes people say, oh, well, I'm a business for not registered. And let me say it right now, we can't get away from that.
So the call and the urge from you right now is if you want to be qualified for this, go on out and get your business registered and also sign up with NIS.
yes, stop looking at your business as a side hustle. There is a point, do not get me wrong here. There is a point where it started as a side hustle, and it will be a side hustle, but there comes a time when it is no longer a side hustle. And it is an actual business, a business that brings in money. It is a business that should be registered. It is a business that should be, you should be getting whatever it is you earn from NIS, right? I think we are starting to see that, because even last year, when the first stimulus package was announced, for the bus drivers, for example, the bus operators, that was one of the things at the top of the list also. And there were a number of them, they were unable to benefit from that simply because they were not
NIS compliant.
The law said everything, okay, let's just make it clear now. Whenever you have to receive a stimulus package, you have to receive a grant or whatnot, there are terms and conditions, especially with business.
Yes.
Whatever the terms and conditions are, it's going to be law abiding. It's going to follow the law of the land. The law of the land says you're a business owner, your business should be registered. The law of the land says every employee, self-employed people, they should be registered with NIS.
Yes.
So if you're going to qualify for these grants and these low interest rates, I mean, 1% as an interest rate, I don't think there's anything better on the market.
I mean, but going at the, not cutting you there, but going at the interest rate that is being offered, it is attractive. You understand? Environed with other commercial entities. You understand? So I think getting the proper documentation in as a business owner, per se, I think it's the right way to go.
Yeah, and with these two things, we can't compromise. There is no compromise.
I agree.
So again, we're drawing the conclusion that if there is any one reason why you should register your business or you should be NIS compliant, is because opportunities like this they're gonna pass you by if you do not follow these two things. Just simply these two. I mean, there are others, but let's start with these two. Let's start with the registering of your business and being NIS compliant, because you're not going to receive grants, you're not going to receive this attractive 1% interest rate and other packages or opportunities that may be rolled out by the government or institutions or NGOs.
I mean, and promotion of this nature, of course, should go a long way in terms of helping, in terms of you are helping, that possible business owner who wants to get the benefit that you're offering from the grants and so forth. And I guess, would there be more extensive promotion in terms of helping individuals do this? Besides this particular medium that you're using now?
Of course. It's on Facebook. It's on our website. Our officers are on it. It's part of our email signature. It's out there. There's an ad playing on the radio. So it is out there. Actually, that particular loan product, it was announced by the Prime Minister when he gave one of the speech, not the last speech, I think there was a speech before that. And the very next day, we started receiving calls.
Okay. So, I mean, the word is actually going out then.
The word is going out. People are aware. People are asking. People are applying. If I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I am, there was actually one loan approved just last week. That. There may be others, but I know of that particular one. So there was one loan that was approved in that particular MSME support fund, and it is out there. It is attractive. People are interested in it, but again, there is that little challenge, that very minor challenge that I mentioned. I
know, because in times like these now, that is where the situation in which, the economy is rolling at, and, the times that we are in terms of, COVID being out there, and people are trying their best to improve the standard of their business, how it runs. Okay. You understand? As you also mentioned, folks may just be thinking about, I need a couple of sanitizing machines. You understand? And I mean, or even just getting that proper protocol in place, but finance may be needed for that. You understand? And that's where you guys come in.
And it's available, but you do need to meet the requisite terms and conditions.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping that folks are listening and they are getting the relevant information from you, as you were saying. You give a lot in terms of the information that folks need to do to get to be part of this. You understand? Mm-hmm. And I would say technically it's kind of easy, you know. Because once you get what you stipulated is not hard to obtain or difficult to say to obtain, you can just go on out, get your business registered, go on out to NIS, register your business, come to you with whatever else is asked for, and there it goes, right? You could say that, right?
Well.
Well.
There again, this is a business loan, huh? Mm-hmm. So remember, so there are other things that we're going to ask for. So we will need you to have a business plan, for example, which again is another little problem for many people, the lack of a business plan.
Okay. I have one question here from a listener, and they are asking that they're saying if someone with a chicken business, as they're describing the business, and they already have a loan, would it be affected by the pandemic? I'm not sure if don't
have. Can you repeat the question?
They're saying that if someone with a chicken business, right, who already have a loan, would it be affected by the pandemic to apply?
They can
who's affected by the pandemic if they could apply for the loan for sale.
Right. So they can apply for it. Mm-hmm. If there is another loan on that person's account, and I'm assuming that the loan is not with Grenada Development Bank, the officer would then look at the affordability of the customer, meaning can they afford the two loans? Mm-hmm. Can they afford the amount that they are requesting at this time, or can we provide them with less?
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we are again a development bank. So the decisions that we make, it's supposed to aid you in your development. That means we may not grant you a $30,000 loan simply because you can't afford it and it will not be in your best interest.
I agree.
So we may say to you, okay, because of your other loan, we may not be able to provide you with a $30,000, but you can have 15. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you may see that what is more feasible for that particular business or individual in terms of what they can afford.
At the end of the day, we do not want to give you a loan because we're going to gain interest from it. We will gain interest, but at the end of the day, you can't pay it. So what gain will it be to us if you are unable?
Benefits needed no one, right? And no one benefits from that.
What aim will it be? What benefit will it be to you?
That's so true.
So it's not as simple as if you can apply for the loan. Yes, you can apply for the loan. But the officer, your loan officer, will do due diligence. They will guide you accordingly. They'll provide you with all the necessary information and advice that you need. And it may be a situation where you are able to pay two loans. It may be a situation where you are not. It may be a situation where you might be offered a smaller amount.
Okay. Well, I guess I hope the of course the listener understands and maybe thinking in a way of coming to you now that he or she understands. You understand?
Well, Glenn, the listener can call. Mm-hmm. The listener can call. We can have a conversation. It would help us better understand the individual need. You can call us on 405-3242. You dial that number and I'll be on the other end and we can have a conversation. I can even provide your information to an officer, a loans officer who'll be able to help you to work out the numbers. And I think that will put you in a better position to make a decision.
And your answer that you just gave, or the statement you just gave, coincide with the protocol that you folks are hearing to also now. I guess you are more advised that folks call in or email or so forth, rather than actually coming in.
Yes, right. We do want you. Well, Glenn, the phone is ringing. I wonder if that is the person that is calling now.
Well, no. Well, I think it's the person. No, they actually.
I set the number and then the cell phone started.
Oh, your cell phone call. I thought you were talking about me. Well,
no,
I guess
my cell phone.
I guess they're calling you. They actually heard and.
But I can't answer at the moment, so I'll have to return the call after this interview.
All right. I guess they heard a caller. You call her after we finish. We got a few more minutes, and then you can call in and get the relevant information you need. You never know. That could be a lucky person today, right?
Probably.
You never.
But at the same time, it's like I think I was going to answer your question just before the phone rang. What I was going to say is all of our loans, be it business, education, mortgage, whatever loan we offer, they have particular terms and conditions. There are prerequisites. However, we do like to reiterate that every person is dealt with as an individual. Why we say that? Because everybody's case is a different case. So while we have the terms and conditions that govern the loans, your situation may just be a little bit different from mine, which means that we should both, or we may both be receiving individual treatment.
Okay.
Yes, so that particular person, there may be somebody else that is into poultry, but you may be able to go through a different route to receive your loan than another person. So for example, one of the differences that may be present is the land ownership.
Okay.
So one person may own the land, another person may not. So then we'll ask one of these persons to provide us with the land paper, whereas we may ask the other one to provide us permission from the owner of the land. You understand?
I understand that.
So though the policies are there, we are able to work with individuals so that they do, at the end of the day, they all meet the terms and conditions, but it may just be a different route.
Okay.
So it's kind of like we are all going to St. George's, but one person may pass in Grandlands while the other one will pass in Woodlands. But at the end of the day, we get to St. George's.
Exactly. Despite the route you take, of course, the destination is actually the same.
The end result is that you receive your loan. The end result is that we've helped in your development. The end result is that you're now on your way from point A to point B.
All right. Well, Chriselle, I want to thank you very much for chit-chatting you this morning, being my first guest, my first time on the show. I hope I perform okay. You can call management and me, right?
Always a pleasure being here. Always a pleasure being here. Don't worry. You'll get
I'm just playing around with you. And thanks for the info. I guess we're going to do this again next Thursday, hopefully. And we'll able to share even more information, of course, with the listeners and possible customers for the Greenery Development Bank. Thank you once again.
You're very welcome. And any listener, probably the one who asked you the question just now, or the person who was calling the cell phone, if you want to reach us at present, we, as everybody else, we are trying to avoid the contacts, the physical contacts inside of the bank. So we're asking that if you're coming to pay, then you go ahead, you come to pay. We're allowing 3 people inside of the bank at any one point.
All right.
If you would like information, or if you would need forms or such to apply for applications, we ask that you call us. Use our Facebook page, use email addresses. You can find us at gdbbank@spiceisle.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on WhatsApp, 405-3242. We will make necessary appointments. Your loan officer will determine if it's time that you come into the office or not. They will provide you with an appointment. So we're just trying as much as possible to be safe, keep our internal and external customers safe, while as we try as much as possible to get through this hard time that we are going through right now. It's not a pretty climate out there.
I know.
So we need to take the necessary steps to do that.
All right, Chriselle, I want to thank you once again, and be safe, and you yourself, your family, all the employees down at the GDB, and best wishes also.
Thank you, and the same to you and your family and all our listeners and viewers.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Folks, that was Chriselle Benjamin Jerome. She's the communication officer down there at the Grenada Development Bank. That was a bit of a chit-chat with her this morning. I certainly hope the information that she shared was fruitful, and those of you who listened, and you will take the necessary, of course, requisite action. And when she mentioned that if you need to obtain that loan, per se, and go on down. We'll be right back.